I got asked if blogging is better on mobile or desktop, laptop Tumblr. Short answer, laptop. If you had to choose to only ever be able to use Tumblr on your laptop or your phone for the rest of your life, you choose laptop and you get XKit extension. Especially if you're really blogging and you're utilizing the tag system, you can use XKit and you can have tag bundles. You just give it a name and then all of the tags that you would usually put under there. So at the moment I have Destiel, Kirk Spock, and the X-Files, which, are essential. That's my Super Wholock. It's Super Wholock if all of them were good. I'm not saying Doctor Who is bad. I'm saying I don't like Sherlock because Benedict Cumberbatch looks like an alien and not in the fun X-Files way. And I don't like his face way. Vocal improvisation comes easy to me. I like scat, singing. Nobody round me down with jive. They don't get what I'm putting down. They don't dig it. They ain't cats. Despite my astigmatism, I have very detailed vision. I can see each individual speck. If I focus, I can see each individual pixel, and when I do art, I recreate it, and that's why I have so much photorealism. But with that, the thing about beauty is you can see it, and it's in the details. And I look at the moon, the stars, music to my eyes, the music to my ears is music. I said that in the commentary given on it by the head of the convention was they say brevity is wit. Wit is brevity, whatever the hell. I have empty bottles of alcohol. I reuse, recycle. What's the third one? Reuse, renew, recycle. I don't know what to do with this. I can do something artsy. I know it. I also have a bag of all my old pill bottles. One time, a bipolar person who went to my school and also had like the terrible relationship we trauma bonded. They wrote a show and it was bipolar, and for part of the set design it was string lights with pill bottles, and I'm like, I could do that, but also like, I don't know. I could also just find someone who could do something real cool with it. I got an empty bottle of Bacardi that someone brought over, and it had like this much left in it, and that was 2 years ago. Kettle One, this was from when me and my high school friends hung out. So one of my friends, their mom, she's British. Mrs. Peach. And Lil Peach is always like, no, she does not have a British accent. And then she'll be like, in England we call them buddies because you put the butter on the bread, and sometimes we just have butter sandwiches. But since she's British, they don't have that like taboo drinking culture. So once we all got to college, they just started buying. They just gave us alcohol, which was
awesome. It's where we still have our hangouts. I greened out in their basement one time, and then their mom was like, "Oh, it's always unfortunate when you fall ill." And I had some liquid IV orange. Most I threw up in my whole life. I mean, it's because it was an edible from Athens, Georgia, from like a shady gas station. Shit was not real weed. Shit was spice, which is one of the most, like, out of the most common drugs. It is, like, extremely dangerous. It has a higher hospitalization rate than alcohol. And then sometimes it'll be like, shrooms has like the lowest out of all. It's like 0.01. And then people go, that doesn't mean zero. And I'm like, okay, but people drink alcohol. And it's a 1%. Shrooms ain't that scary. Psychedelics ain't that bad. But that is a whole critical theory political rant, and it's so nuanced, and people never give me the time to go through it with it. The war on drugs. And I'm not talking about Reagan's. I'm talking about Nixon's. I'm talking about when they started the world of drugs. I'm talking about the 60s, when the civil rights, whichever wave civil rights was, and it started the 60s, and then they erased the 60s, flower power, beat era, Allen Ginsberg, Timothy Leary, Malana Karenga, Mother Kwanzaa. And then when we get to the 70s, we have Gil Scott Heron with "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." And then he's like, you cannot turn on, plug in, and tune out. And I'm like, we have to do the violent revolution, but I will be dropping out. I drop out of society, but I'm allowed to do it. I'm allowed to turn on, tune in, drop out, because I'm telling everybody to turn on, tune in, punch some Nazis. Anyone can shoplift. God damn it! God damn it! You bitch! You goddamn bitch! I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, isolation. I do great in it. I have an expansive mind. Isolated for 3 months over the summer, lost my cat, and got lost in the woods, and I'm like, I could be miserable, or I could just go art, and then I get really high. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna email the Very Really Good podcast. And then Dan and Phil, Fan Became Real. I still haven't watched the video because I don't give a shit about their relationship, but Fan Became Real. And so they made the Hard Launch podcast, and they were like, okay, guys, send in your submissions. And then I'm like, oh, so you're telling me not only can I do this, but it is encouraged. So I sent them videos. I sent them voice memos of me reading a gay memoir. I would just be like, hey, guys. And I was just like, just leaving them voice messages, leaving them personalized voice I left them personalized video messages. I get told I'm an insane person, and it's because it's true. You can't do nothing about it. Where the hell did I put my glasses? I am weird, I'm annoying, and I'm insane, but I also have impeccable taste. I listen to music that you didn't even know existed. I know so many weird and insane facts. I'm a yaoi Renaissance artist. I'm a photographer. I'm a revolutionary. I'm so many things. Into the mind of Split Level House. Tumblr user Split Level House. Tumblr user Split Level House Howell Lester. Split Level House. Split Level House. Do you know Split Level House? They're like the grooviest blog on Tumblr. Have you ever seen Split Level House? Freaking love Split Level House. Oh my gosh. God, you don't know Split Level House? You
You're not down with hope maxing? You're not down with love luring? You don't burn American flags? Down with jive? You ain't down with... They don't even dig what we're putting down. They don't even dig what we're putting down. Normies everywhere. Normal people, like, what? I don't like it. I don't like normal people. I don't like people who conform. I don't like people who enforce normativity. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't think it should exist. And this is just one of the steps to world peace, of course. Don't you understand? Don't you get it? Don't you understand? Don't you get the point? I do what I want, when I want. Nobody controls me. Nonconformity. I don't have a bloodline. I have a golden thread. Art. It connects us all. People in my life will be like, oh my gosh, you're becoming an influencer? And I'm like, no, I am not an influencer. I'm a blogger. I'm a blogger for your information. I blog. My videos are video blogs, vlogs. Posting fucking raw footage, just talking to the laptop. And if you can't handle that, that's not my problem. How do I become a blogger? I'm like, how do I become a blogger, you say? Well, I decided to become a blogger, so I mastered every single step of it. So I run a blog. I'm a blogger in the sense of a 2012 kind of 2000 early internet blog, but it's all just on Tumblr. It's just my stream of consciousness. It's just my brain as a website. And I use the Tumblr tag system because everything is archival. It's not for an algorithm. So when you type in a tag on your blog, then you can look up that tag and things tagged that will show up on your blog. So you look at your post and then you describe the post. The things in that post, the things related to it. You can also have commentary in those tags, and then that exists on your blog. So if you want to have, you can have a post where you just want to say something, and then you can also have a post that's the archival post, and that's the one where you can just put every single related thought into those tags. And then when you want to look through something and you're looking through a tag like, oh, I'm gonna type in bird, and then every single thing you've ever tagged your entire life, your entire time on Tumblr with bird will show up. It is easiest on laptop, on browser, on the computer, but it's that simple. Why don't people understand how to use the Tumblr tag system? It's that fucking simple. It is just a description. It is just the little archival notes. It is the folders you put it into. Have you never used a fucking folder before? Have you never had a box full of files before? Organized your homework? Get some damn organizational skills and archive everything. Passing thought, you can write passing thought. You can have your own tags. So then those are the tags that you can use just for your blog, just for your archival purposes. And then there's tags to where every single thing that has ever been posted on the entire website can be searched, and you can look through that tag. So then when people follow a tag, it's because they want to see the things that people post that are tagged that. And so that's what public posts are for. You're not posting these tags to try and get it to trend. You're putting these tags there so that the people who explicitly want to see that type of post can see it. And that's who you're making it for. Why is this so... why don't Wake up, sheeple. Wake up, sheeple. Everybody should blog. Everybody should have a Tumblr. Everybody should have a journal. Whatever happened to journaling? Pick up a goddamn pen. Stop taking out your issues on me. Your low self-esteem on me. You can rot in your self-pity. I'm blogging on Tumblr. Bonjour. Mais pourquoi, frère? D'accord. De entourage. Covoite. And telephone. I like just speaking foreign languages as gibberish. Because why not? Who knows, maybe I'm saying actual words. That's for the linguists to find out. Do what I want when I want. You feel me? They never dig what I'm putting down. Cat. I say what's groovy, cat, and they ain't groovy. They don't even got anything groovy going on. There's nothing groovy going on over there. Nothing groovy. French, Polish, no benches in the Soviet Union. I don't give a shit if I don't make any sense to you because I know what I'm saying. I'm talking for me. This is my laptop, not yours. I'm a really big fan of lying to authority figures. You think you could tell me what to do? You think you could tell me what to do? Well, let me tell you, you can't. Don't even think for a second you can. Not even for a second. I swear, if I catch you thinking for a second that you can tell me what to do, that I give a shit about your opinion, well, I might just have to get your ass on over here and beat the shit out of you. I have a way with my words. I will verbally. It just doesn't turn out well for people. It just doesn't turn out well if you try and tell me what to do. I am telling you this. I'm warning you this. You ought to learn to listen. All you do is blog. All you do is make art. Yeah. Is what I live for. I've had people try to insult me. I've had someone insult me by saying, I'm doing nothing with my life because all I do is art. How could that ever be bad? All I do is art? Art is love. Art is life. Art is hope. Art gets us a step closer to world peace. Every work of true art is based in love. And I choose to live my life as a work of art. And I say the same things over and over and over again, refining it each time, saying it funnier and funnier, getting better and better at it. And I'm always saying the same shit. It comes from isolation. If you want me to be a little less insane and talking about different things, then I need to be able to go out into the world, but I don't have a car or really any ability to do that. So if I'm gonna be isolated, I might as well have a good time with it. I might as well have fun. Might as well blog, become a blogger, because then whenever my life picks up and I actually start having shit to do instead of 90% of my time being free time, then everything I posted while being an absolute slacker will be there forever. So if I were to have a big project that I would be working on for a while and making less new stuff to put at the time, or if I were to be in a creative lull
I can just queue all the posts I've already made. And then, even if I ever died, my blog could be reblogging my own posts forever. I have 26,000 posts. When I really became a blogger, I was under 10,000. So in like 6 months, that's 16,000 posts. Lol.